Nurse, where is my daughter? Call her forth to me.
Now by my maidenhead, a 12-year-old, I bade her come. What lamb and what lady bird, God forbid. Where is this girl? What Juliet?
How now, who calls?
Your mother.
Madam, I am here. What is your will?
This is the matter. Nurse, give leave a while. We must talk in secret. Nurse, come back again. I have remembered me. Thou'st hear our counsel. Thou knowest my daughter's of a pretty age.
Faith, I can tell her age into an hour.
She's not 14.
I laid 14 of my teeth, and yet, to me teen be it spoken, I have but 4. She's not 14. How long is it now to lamb bestride?
A fortnight and odd days.
Even or odd, of all days in the year, come Lamma's eve at night shall be 14. Susan and she, God rest all Christian souls, were of an age. Well, Susan is with God. She was too good for me. But as I said, on Lamma's eve at night she shall be 14. That shall she marry. I remember it well. 'Tis since the earthquake, now 11 years. And she was weaned. I shall never forget it. Of all the days of the year, upon that day, for I had then laid woodworm to my dug, sitting in the sun under the dove-house wall, my lord, and you were then at Mantua. Nay, I do bear a brain, but as I said, when it did taste the wormwood on the nipple of my dug, I felt bitter, pretty fool, to see it tetchy and fall out with dug. Shake, quoth the dove-house, 'twas no need. I trow to bird me trudge, and since that time it is 11 years. For then she could stand high alone, nay by the rood, she could have run and waddled all you about. For even the day before, she broke her brow, and then my husband, God be with his soul, was a merry man, took up to the child. Yea, quoth he, dost thou fall upon thy face? Thou wilt fall backward with thou hardest wit. Wilt thou not, Jewel? And by my halidon, the pretty wetch left crying and say, to see now just a jest shall come about. I warrant, and I should live 1,000 years, I should never forget it. Wilt thou not, Jewel? Quoted he. Ah, pretty fool, it stinted, and I stead I.
Enough of this. I pray thee hold thy peace.
Yes, madam, yet I cannot choose but laugh. To think it should leave crying and say, and yet I warrant, it had upon its brow a bump as big as a crocker's neck stone, a perilous knock, and it cried bitterly. Yea, quoth my husband, thou wilt fall backwards when that comes to age. Wilt thou not, Jewel? It stinted and said,
And stint thou too, I pray thee, nurse, say I.
Peace, I have done. God mark thee to his grace. Thou wast the prettiest babe there e'er I nursed, and I might live to see thee married once. I have my wish.
Mary, that Mary is the very theme I came to talk of. Tell me, daughter Juliet, how stands your disposition to be married?
It is an honor that I dream not of.
An honor? Were I not thine only nurse, I would say thou hadst sucked wisdom from thy teeth.
Well, think of marriage now. Younger than you here in Verona, ladies of esteem, are made already by mothers. By my count, I was your mother much upon these years that you are now a maid. Thus then in brief, the valiant Paris seeks you for his love.
A man, young lady, such a man, as of all the world. Why, he's a man of wax.
Verona summer hath not such a flower.
Nay, he's a flower, in faith, a very flower.
What say you? Can you love the gentleman? This night you shall behold him at our feast. Read o'er the volume of young Paris's face, and find delight writ there with beauty's pen. Examine every married lineament, and see how one another lends content. And what obscured in this fair volume lies, find written in the margin of his eyes. This precious book of love, this unbound lover, to beautify him, only lacks the cover. The fish lives in the sea, and 'tis much pride for fair without the fair within to hide. That book in many's eyes doth share the glory, that in gold clasped locks in this golden story. So shall you share all that he doth possesses, by having him, making yourself no less.
No bigger, nay, women grown by men.
Speak briefly, can you like of Paris's love?
I'll look to like, if looking like can move, but no more deep will lie in dark mine eye than your consent gives it strength to fly.
Juliet, the county states.
Go, girl, seek happy nights to happy days.